gonna do a little antipasto of some baked clams oreganata. This is one of my favorite things to eat in a restaurant and traditionally has not been one of my favorite things to make in a restaurant. Why? Because of the whole shucking the clam issue. Not that much fun. So I have some little neck clams here that I scrubbed and I checked. Nobody broken, nobody, we checked to make sure they're clammed up and that they're still alive and healthy. Now, shucking clams, a little dangerous. I know, exactly. So I speed demon through this thing and I kind of do a little cheat. I stick these guys in a really hot oven for like 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, until they just open up a little bit and I can pry them open with a butter knife. I know. This is a great way to get the clams open for baked clams, but not a good thing if I want to eat clams on the half shell, because it really does start to cook the clams a little bit. All right, see you guys, 450 for like 2 to 3 minutes. I'm gonna open these guys up. Look at how POC, piece of cake, these are to shuck now. All right, this still is a little bit of a labor of love, but it's way easier shucking. So I'm gonna take these, look at this. Take the top shell right off in the thank you for coming bowl, and we're gonna loosen the clam from the bottom shell. There we go, look at that. So it makes it nice and diner friendly. So I'm gonna get the rest of these going. Coming to the end of my shucking time. I've really whipped through these. As I said, these are a labor of love, but you know what? So much easier than trying to shuck them from a raw state. So my mom used to make baked clams all the time, and now I so understand why they were only for special occasions. But when you know this trick, not only for special occasions anymore. All right, so clams are shucked. Let's think stuffing. I've got some breadcrumbs that I'm going to use as the bulk of my stuffing. And I'm going to think oregano, right? Clams Oreganata. So I've got oregano, parsley, and a little bit of chicken stock that I made that I'm going to throw in there for some moisture. So here's my nice herbage. Everything into my bowl. I've got, of course, my buddy garlic. Yeah, garlic goes in everything when we're thinking about spaghetti dinner. All right, breadcrumbs. So a bunch of breadcrumbs. I mean, this is like the bulk of our filling here. So a little bit of crushed red pepper for a little zip. Of course, what? Salt. That goes into everything. And let's think some chopped herbs. So you know what? I've got parsley and oregano. So let's just go ahead and chop these guys together. You know, oregano is really, in my opinion, a wholly underused herb. A lot of times when we think oregano, what do we think of? Dried oregano that goes on pizza. Yeah, I would rather use no oregano than dried oregano. It just pales in comparison. This is actually a member of the mint family, and it's amazing. If you think mint, when you're smelling this, you actually smell a little minty mint going on there. So oregano and parsley. So we're gonna pick all these guys and we're gonna chop them up. I wanna chop them with a super sharp knife so I chop them and don't bruise them, and they maintain their beautiful herby freshness. So again, everybody up into my hand, into a little place, and then we can slice through these like a super speed demon. All right, ready? Look at me. I'm a super speed demon. Okay, one more time in the other direction. Okay. This smells so good. Okay. Into my bowl. Let's stir this guy around. All right, some good flavored stuff, olive oil. And we're gonna wet it up with a little bit of chicken stock. We want this to be a really moist filling, and then we're gonna pack it around our clams. So, look at, I can see it all moist and lovely in there. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. So, let's go ahead and fill these bad boys up. Then we're gonna get these into the oven. All right, last clam filled. Let's give my hands a little rinse here and get these guys into the oven. I've got my broiler preheated. So the tops of these are gonna be lovely and brown. We're gonna stick these in the oven, and I'm gonna put a little water right in the bottom of that so the bottoms stay nice and moist while the tops are beautifully crispy. I'm gonna do that on the edge of my oven so I don't have a clam overflow. Okay, see you in a few minutes, guys. All right, let's taste a clam. We're gonna pull this guy out. Little clam on the inside, I loosened it so it's very nice and diner friendly. Yeah, crunchy, herby. I feel all that fresh oregano.